Hey, quick intro before we start. If you're planning to stay in your home for the long run and comfort decisions are starting to feel confusing or rushed, this video is for you. I work with homeowners every day who don't want to be sold something. They just want to understand their options before they make a big decision. This video is about slowing down the process without losing control. Let's get to it.
Why comfort decisions feel confusing, and how to slow the process down without losing control. If you're planning to stay in your home long term, I want to start by saying something important. If comfort decisions have felt confusing, overwhelming, or rushed, that's not because you're indecisive or uninformed. It's because most of the systems around you were never designed for people who plan to stay. They were designed for speed, for replacement, for quick answers. And when long-term goals are forced through short-term thinking, confusion is almost guaranteed. Comfort is one of those words people use all the time, but rarely explain. Think about buying a car. Someone can tell you a car is comfortable, but you don't really know until you sit in it. You shift in the seat. You grip the steering wheel. You look out the windows. You notice how it makes you feel. Comfort isn't a specification, it's a sensation. The same thing applies to clothing or shoes. There's a big difference between something that technically fits and something that feels right the moment you use it. Home comfort works the same way. When you're staying in your home, comfort stops being about fixing something and starts being about living well. You're not asking, what works for now? You're asking, what do I want this home to feel like for the next 10, 15, maybe even 20 years? That's a completely different question, and it deserves a completely different approach. In many homes, nothing is actually broken. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do, just not for the life you're living now. Homes evolve, people change, priorities shift, and what once felt acceptable slowly becomes frustrating. That's why replacing equipment alone doesn't always solve comfort problems. Because comfort is personal, it's contextual, and it's lived in. You get multiple quotes, they don't line up, and suddenly you're second-guessing everything. Here's what most homeowners don't realize. When comfort hasn't been clearly defined, everyone is guessing. Different assumptions create different recommendations. Different recommendations create different prices. And the homeowner is left trying to compare things that were never aligned to begin with. Guessing rarely causes dramatic failures. Instead, it creates small, ongoing frustrations. Rooms that never quite feel right. Temperatures that are always a little off. A feeling that something was missed. Those frustrations often trace back to one moment, when decisions were made before comfort was clearly understood. Real comfort planning isn't about equipment, it's about understanding how you live in the home, what matters most day to day, what consistency feels like to you, and how you want the home to support your life. Once that's clear, decisions become calmer, simpler, and far less stressful. Many people who plan to stay in their home also value something else deeply. Freedom. Freedom to travel, freedom to visit family, freedom to leave the house without worrying about what's happening back home. When comfort is planned properly, the home becomes something you trust, not something you worry about while you're away. That confidence doesn't come from rushing, it comes from clarity. This is why good contractors ask a lot of questions, not to complicate things, but to understand them. The right questions replace assumptions with understanding. And when everyone is working from the same information, decisions finally start to make sense. When you think long-term, pressure fades. You stop reacting. You start planning. Instead of rushing toward a solution, you choose one that supports the life you've earned. That shift alone changes everything. This is why we created a short comfort quiz. Not to slow you down, but to help define comfort before decisions are made. It organizes what matters. It removes guessing. It creates fairness and clarity. And it's especially helpful for homeowners who plan to stay and want confidence, not pressure. If you're planning to stay in your home and want to feel confident before making comfort decisions, the short comfort quiz below helps slow the process down without taking control away from you. No pressure, no obligation, just clarity first.
Stay comfortable and stay tuned.